Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yoga Restore. I'm so glad that you could join me today. So Yoga Restore is all about finding your center, slowing things down, and really making yoga accessible for you. So we are very mindful in these types of classes about managing stress, anxiety, that we need to balance activity with times of rest and restoration. So our theme for today's practice is being present. So we're going to talk a little bit as we go through our poses today about focusing our mind and our attention and awareness on our breathing and just really embodying the postures, the asanas that we will go through today. So you will not need any equipment for this class other than a yoga mat. I will be using a towel underneath of the knees, which you are welcome to do just when we are on hands and knees. In this style of yoga, really your comfort is very important. So if you ever need to modify anything or anything doesn't work for you, please feel free to do another pose or, as I mentioned, find maybe some cushioning or padding so that you can enjoy and embody the pose to the best of your ability. So having said that, you can go ahead, roll out your yoga mat. At home, if you'd like to play a little nice soft music in the background or turn off any kind of distractions, dim the lights. This time is all about you, and I hope that you restore, you recharge, and you enjoy. So as you roll out your mat, let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat. So whatever that looks like for you today, you can sit in a comfortable cross-legged, or perhaps even sit in a chair if that is more accessible for you. We're going to take a moment at the beginning of class and at the end of yoga class. We like to check in with our breathing. So once you settle in to your posture of choice to begin your practice today, I invite you to go ahead and rest your hands in your lap or on your knees, palms facing upward to receive energy and that grounding feeling from the universe, and you can gently close your eyes. When you are ready, you can begin deepening your breath, breathing in through your nose. Take a long inhale. Hold the breath for a moment at the top, and then through the nose or mouth. Exhale, maybe with a sigh. We'll repeat this a few more times. What I want you to do is just slow down the breathing. Breathe in. Notice the change before the breath exhales out. There's that moment of pause between the inhalation and the exhalation. Again, breathe in. Find that moment of pause and then exhale out. Breathe in. And exhale it out. We'll do this 2 more times. Breathe in. Fresh energy, vitality. Exhale, tension or stress. Last time, breathe in. And out. And before we open our eyes, if your eyes are closed, which they can be right now, I invite you to set a word or phrase as your intention, your mantra for your practice today. What would you like to receive out of your practice? Just take a moment, see if any word comes to mind. Once you're ready, friends, you can start to return to your normal breathing, but just keeping your attention, your awareness on the breath. And you can slowly start to open your eyes if eyes were closed. Good. And I invite you, as we go through our nice slow postures today, really focus on opening that breath, opening the heart, opening to being present in this moment. So from here, from this comfortable seat, we'll begin to add a little bit of movement for today. So when you're ready, you can join in with me. We're going to start by rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. So up towards your ears, drop it down. Just notice, how is your body doing today? There are a lot of subtle shifts and changes that happen in the body from day to day. Just start to notice, are you tired today? Are you feeling more wired or anxious? Are you feeling balanced? Notice without judgment, and just know that yoga is a wonderful way to rebalance your body and start to help you embody yourself and your practice. All right, relaxing those shoulders down, we're going to go ahead and take one arm up and over, nice side body stretch, and take a minute to maybe wiggle your fingers, circle your wrists, breathe deeply. Notice how I just had a yawn there. That is a good thing in yoga. We're going to go ahead and inhale over, just showing that we're really starting to tune into our breath, letting things settle. Good, reaching that arm over the head, wiggle your fingers. Big inhale brings you up, and then let's clasp our hands in front of the body. So bring the hands in front, clasp together, flip your palms, and then place your head right in between those shoulder blades. Like you're making a basket. Feel the scapula, your shoulder blades, your back muscles open, widen, soften. Imagine each time you breathe that you're breathing into those muscles you're working, helping nourish and relax those areas. Good. Let's go ahead and reach the fingertips forward. So we're still kind of in this C shape with our back. Coming forward. Take a moment and notice, how is your low back doing? How is the lumbar spine? A lot of times we hold on to so much tension in our low back. So just observe maybe areas that could really benefit from your practice today. Big inhale, exhale, and slowly come up. Nice upright spine. And then from here, once you're ready, we're going to arch the other way. So now we're going to open the chest, really imagining and picturing the lungs filling with air. So now the back body contracts in, the front opens up. And then come to center. Awesome. Just really finding that place of a nice neutral spine. Good. From here, we're going to do a fun little activity to loosen our hips. So this one is a lot of fun. It's called Rock the Baby. So what I want you to do is take your right foot in front of you. And there's a lot of different ways to do this. So I'm going to show you the full version, then a few modifications. Full version, you're going to hold on with both hands to that leg. So maybe grabbing your foot and hand on the knee, and then just like the name suggests, you're gonna rock that baby, which is your hip, your foot, your leg, side to side. So if this is too much for you, if bringing the knee up towards the chest in this way is too much, you can always keep the foot down and maybe just kind of move the hip socket a little back and forth. So play around with this, and I invite you to have a little bit of fun with it too. You can do little shakes like I'm doing here. You can make it as slow or as quick as you'd like. Remember to breathe. Now, before we switch sides, we're going to take a spinal twist here as well. So once we're done rocking the baby, just getting into that hip socket a little bit, what I'm going to invite you to do is plant that right foot on the outside of the left knee. Now, if you find your hip is popping up really high and you're off balance, off of those sits bones, I'm going to ask you to bring the foot out in front. So there's different modifications there. Now we're going to hug the knee to the chest. So we're going to take our left arm around and gently twist to the right. So away from that front leg. Take a big breath in, twist, rotate at the spine. Great. Awesome. Let's go ahead and come to center, and then we're just going to switch. So make yourself comfortable. And as I mentioned, we want to be comfy the whole time. So if this hurts your bottom, your sits bones to sit down, you can always put a cushion under your hips. Just you do you and make sure you're comfy, because that's going to help you relax. All right, let's rock the baby on the other side. So side to side, maybe little shakes, little moves. Good. Just really noticing how the hips doing today. Great. And then when you're ready, slowly plant that left foot on the outside of the right knee. Adjust as needed so that your sits bones are both down on the mat. Again, modifying if you need to. For modification here, you still hug the knee in and twist to the left. So just find your foot placement. You're going to hug the knee in with the right arm, twist with your left. Good. All right, and then come to center. Good. Take those legs out in front, soles of the feet together. Let's find our bound angle. So holding on to maybe our arches. Gently let the knees fall open. We'll be trying a little bit later in our practice today, laying on the back with our legs open in goddess pose. So if you like this intense inner thigh stretch, I have another one for you that we'll do later on. So today I am not demonstrating with yoga blocks, but do know, and I'll mention it as we go through our poses, that if your hamstrings or calves are super tight, yoga blocks can be a really nice tool as well. And check out some of my other videos where I use more blocks, straps, chairs, walls, all of these things that can make these poses more relaxing for you. All right, go ahead and slowly come up. And lastly, let's take our feet out in front and just take a moment, maybe point and flex the toes or circle the ankle one or the other way. Great. Give it a nice point and a flex. Good. And then I want you to go ahead and very gently reach towards those toes. So here's where I know I just mentioned equipment to help make poses more accessible. If you have a yoga strap, you can rope it around your arch, and that makes the pose a little more accessible. So yeah. Good. Wherever you're at today is okay. Let's go ahead and slowly come up. Good. Wiggling those toes. All right, from here, we're going to come to hands and knees. And this is where I'm going to suggest, if you would like, you can put a little cushion under your knees. We are going to be doing some lunges, a few different things. So sometimes people feel a little more comfortable if they put a little extra padding under those knees. So just keep that in mind. We're going to come to our tabletop position. One other thing too, if you have any carpal tunnel or arthritis in your wrist, you can always do little fists when we're in table. Sometimes that puts less pressure on the wrist for people. So from our table, let's go ahead. Big inhale, arch. Exhale, lower. We're going to do this a few times. So we're doing cat and cow here. You're going to inhale and arch up like a hissing cat. Exhale, lower down like a cow. One more time. Inhale, arch. And exhale, lower. Good. So today we're going to flow a little bit through cobra pose, plank, and downward dog, which is a little more active than some things we do here. So see if it works for you. You can always keep your moves small. So basically what we're gonna do to start this process is just like we were just doing with cat and cow, we were arching up and down. We're gonna do kind of the same thing, except we're going to start by slowly dropping the hips down, and you can drop it however you want, right? We're not doing all the way down, just a little lower, and then back into child's pose. So we're kind of scooping forward, taking an inhale, opening the chest, exhale, lowering back. So just try this a few times with me. See if you like it. A few variations on this theme are you can keep it a little lower, maybe forearms. So you're down and back, right? Or you could even quite feasibly do something like this, holding on to the side of the chair so that you're a lot more upright. Just shifting the hips back and pressing forward. So let's do this about 4 more times, and I'm going to invite you to find your flow with this. So think about you press the hips down, getting a stretch in the front of the hip, and then you round back, getting a stretch in your back. Let's do about 3 more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, back. 2 more times. Inhale, lower down those hips. Exhale, back. And last time, inhale, lower. And exhale, back. Good. And this time when you come back, if you'd like, you can come into child's pose. So you can rest your forehead down, or if that's a little too low for you today, take and stack maybe one fist on top of the other, or get a cushion or block. Rest your forehead there, bringing it up a little bit higher. Great. From here, let's go ahead and start to come back up to that table. We're going to do one more thing in table before we go into some lunges. So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our hand behind our head. So I have my right hand here, right behind my right ear. We're going to lift that elbow up, and then we're going to exhale and think about touching our left wrist. So it looks something like this. You're going to inhale, open. Lower down, exhale, tap. So I'll show you from the front. We still are in hands and knees. So we're going to inhale and tap. So we're going to do this 3 times to the right, right? So you're tapping up. And then on the last time, I'm going to invite you to open that hand up towards the sky and then thread it through for thread the needle. So for thread the needle, you're going to drop your shoulder down, head down. You're trying to open the back of the shoulder blades. Modification again for this is keep your elbow bent, keep it up higher, but really think about opening the shoulders. So I know I've talked a lot. Let's just do it nice and slow together to the right, and then we'll try it to the left. So step 1, hand right behind your ear. You're going to inhale and open to the best of your ability. Wherever you're at is fine. Ideally, you would like to have your elbow close to vertical, close to pointing towards that ceiling. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, lift. Open the hand up towards your sky. And then exhale, lower. Rest the shoulder down for thread the needle. Wherever you're at, take a big inhale here. Good. And then nice and slow, no hurry, you're going to make your way back up to your table, letting that all go. So good. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's try the same thing to the left. So left hand behind your left elbow. Look up towards your ceiling. Notice how the twist may feel different on the other side. Here we go. We're going to do 4 taps and thread the needle. Inhale, exhale, tap. Rotate through that torso. Big inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. All right, last one. Inhale, lift. Arm reaches up high, high, high. And then thread it through. Thread your needle on the other side. Take a moment and breathe. Good. And then when you're ready, slowly, slowly start to come up. Good job. Okay, from here, we're going to be doing some lunges, and I'm going to actually show you once again from the front, and then I'll turn to the side. We're going to be working our right leg first. We're going to be lunging forward. So again, cushion is good here. Lunging forward to the best of our ability, whether that be high up or not, right? And when I say forward, I mean dropping the hips. Good. So we're going to be lunging forward. Once we find our forward position, we're going to do a little balance, taking one arm up, one arm down, switch, one arm up, one arm down, and then we're going to twist. Okay, so we'll do that. And then the second part I want to show you before we do it is take your right leg out to the side, slightly forward. So we'll be here, and we'll just lunge down and up, down and up. Third time, arms will reach up. So this is just a slightly different variation on our lunge. Instead of going forward, slightly out to the side, okay? Then we'll repeat all of that to our left side. So I'll do the first round facing the front so you can see, and then second round facing the side so you can see different angles. So go ahead and find your right foot forward, bring it straight forward, shift the hips down, and then I want you to take right arm up, left arm down. Good. Bring the arms down, and let's shift up for a minute. And then we're going to repeat this. Lower down. This time, left arm up, right arm down. So just the other arm up. Hands to hips, inhale, come back up. Last time, bend down, and then hands to heart. Twist over that front right knee to the right. So a little twist here. Yep. Good. And then slowly come up. And now we're going to do same thing, right leg, step slightly out to the side. So not way out here, kind of at a diagonal. All right. So now we're going to lunge it forward, and we're going to take our arms up, straight up. Exhale, lower. 2 more times like that. Inhale, up at the diagonal, reach. Exhale, straighten. Last time. Inhale, lunge, reach up, and lower. Good job. All right, we're going to try that to the left. I'll demonstrate from the side. So left foot will come forward first. Yeah. So you'll lunge forward, find your lunge. Wherever you're at is fine. You can keep it high, here, here, wherever you're at. All right, left hand up, right hand down. So just leaning to one side. Hands to hips, come on up. Let's repeat this. Lower down. This time, right hand up, left down, lean to the other side. So it's a bit of a balance. Hands up, straighten. And lastly, bend one more time. Hands to heart center. We're going to cross over that left knee to the left. Good. Nice little twist. And come on up. So from here, we're going to be lunging to the side, and I'll show you just from the front only because I want to face the camera, not turn away from it. So we had stepped to the front. Now we're going to step to that diagonal, bend the knees, shift the hips, and inhale. Arms up to your comfort level. Exhale, lower, hands to hips. 2 more times. Shift down, arms up. Good. Come on up. And last time. Shift and lower, arms up and down. Good. So if you're feeling any tension on those knees, don't worry, we're gonna come up to standing now. Good job with that. Let's go ahead, tuck your toes, find your downward facing dog pose. Pedal out those feet. So drop one heel, then the other. Try to look towards your belly button here. Good. And lift those hips nice and high. And then you can walk or hop to the front of your mat. Take your time to get there, let the body hang. And then I want you to place your left hand in between your feet, or maybe up on your right calf, your shin, and lift up with your right hand. So you could be here or here. We're gonna do this each way. Drop down, try the other way. Good. Drop down. And big inhale, arms up, all the way up. And let's bring hands to heart center. Drop your hands by your sides. Great. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna go through a short sequence based around some of the poses in Salutation B, Surya Namaskar B. So, just follow along with me. We're going to come to the top of our mat, feet about hip width apart. Big inhale, arms up. And then I want you to find your chair pose. Okay, so reaching out at the diagonal, hands to heart. Now I'm going to give you a couple options here. We're going to twist each way. Option 1, twist towards your right armpit. Option 2, slightly harder. Press your left elbow on your right knee. Okay, so you can keep it up high or lower. Inhale. Exhale and switch other way. Inhale, exhale. Come all the way up, hands above the head. Step your right leg back. We're going to find warrior 1. Modification for any arms above the head. If it's uncomfortable or you have a shoulder injury, hands to hips are a great modification. So please take that if that feels better for you. Arms up. From here, straighten the front leg, fold the body forward. Again, coming to your comfort level, halfway or all the way down, hands on either side of that front foot. Good. Awesome. So you can hang out here. For a lot of people, this is good. You're probably getting a good calf and hamstring stretch, or slightly more challenging variation if you'd like to try. We'll try low lunge with the twist. So I'm going to twist to the left, away from you, but same thing as with the chair pose, over that front knee. And slowly come out of your twist if you are taking that. If not, you're up here. Let's go ahead and come all the way up. Turn out to warrior 2. So turn your right toes out, hands out. Let's take our palms, flip them up towards the sky. And then big inhale, just stretch up tall, 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 tall. Exhale, lower. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale, lower down. And inhale. Straighten that front leg, reach, 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 and exhale, lower. Today we're going to try a bind. We don't do a ton of those in class, but a little extra something. So I'll show you from the back as well. So we're going to take our right hand, hold in the middle of your back. Left hand is going to come and meet in the middle. So what we want to do is have the fingers touch or hook together. You can always use a strap or a rolled up towel and hold that way too. Let me show you what I'm doing. Right hand, a left hand, fingers touch. So if you choose to take this movement, please go ahead and do so now. If not, just hang out in your warrior 2. And then when you're ready, you can release that bind back to warrior 2, everyone. And then let's flip our left palm, coming into reverse warrior. Good. And let's straighten the front leg. Let's come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach your right hand up, left hand down. Look up towards that hand. And I know this is a restorative style class. Sometimes it's fun to put a few little slow challenges in there. So level 1, you're gonna stay right here in triangle. If you want to challenge yourself, step up to half moon. Only for my more experienced yogis who would know what this pose is. Let me know if you want to learn this pose. We'll continue doing it and break it down more in another class. All right, my half moon folks, come back to triangle pose. Inhale, come up. And before we do side 2, turn your feet towards me, squat down in horse pose. Good. And then I want you to bring your hands to the heart, right down there, and maybe see if you can go just a little bit lower. Only if this is comfortable for you. So see how I'm really getting down there. I scooch the feet in just a hair, and then I drop my hips down and press against the knees. Only attempt this if your hips allow it, your knees allow it. Otherwise, keep it up high in that original horse pose squat that I showed you. If you're in the low squat, slowly come up. And then if you're up high, you're up high. And then as a group, let's fold forward. Bring your fingers out wide today. So when I say out wide, I mean keep it out wide like a giant wide downward dog. So not close, but out here. So it's almost like you're making a little tripod, little stand with your arms and legs. Big inhale, exhale, hands to hips. Come on up, good job. And then readjust and we'll head to the top of our mat again. Just to do all of that on our other side of the leg. So once you get up there, stand nice and tall. Remember to focus on being present, focus on your breath, focus on your intention, stay present with movement. Big inhale, arms up, find your chair pose on this side. And once more, hands to heart center. We're gonna twist to left and the right side, and we'll take our variation. So remember, you keep it up high or down low. Here we go. Twist to the left. Through center and twist to your right. I'm demonstrating the lower version. Good. Come to center, arms up, or again, modification, hand to hips. Find that warrior 1, nice and tall. Good. Let's go ahead, straighten that front leg, fold forward. And then you're gonna hang out here for level 1, maybe keeping it a little higher up. Or level 2, hands down, find a low lunge and twist over that right knee. Yeah. It's always okay to work at different levels. Great. Big inhale. Exhale. Come on, back up. Back up to your version of pyramid. Arms up, warrior 1, warrior 2. So I'm going to turn to face you, but carry on. You should be facing the side of your mat. Good. And once more, we're going to flip our palms. Big inhale. I want you to reach nice and high. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Down. And big inhale. Exhale, lower. And once more, if you'd like to try that bind with me, your left hand this time is going to reach up between your shoulder blades, and your right hand will come to meet it, just like before. Good. Untangle that, and let's go right into reverse warrior. So your front arm will reach up, feel that nice side body stretch. And let's go into triangle pose. Good. So just like before, you're going to hang out here, enjoying this deep stretch, doing it at your comfort level. Modification, keep everything up higher always. All right, or for my more experienced yogis, try your half moon balance here. Great. Slowly start to come down, find your triangle pose. And then everyone as a group, come on up. And lastly, let's do the horse pose squat. So drop those shoulders, relax the shoulder blades, bend the knee. Find your horse pose. So level 1, stay here. Level 2, hands to heart, low, 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 low. Walk those feet in until you can gently press your elbows against those knees for our low yoga squat. There you go. Yo-yo. Got a little mumbly jumbly with my words for a moment there. Good. If you want, you can gently massage with your hands. Your third eye here. You can do this from your level 1, 2. With your fingers. Good. And then if you're in the low squat, go ahead and come on up. High squat. Let's all, as a group, fold the body forward, make that lovely shape here. With that wide leg standing forward, bend. Always, if you want to go deeper into the pose, you can start to bend at the elbows. Good. Big inhale, exhale. Good. All right. And then slowly bring your hands to hips. Use your arms to help you come up. And let's make our way up to standing. Good. So before we come back down for some nice, relaxing final stretches, I would like to try one balance with you today. And this is a rather active pose, so do feel free to take some variations. If you struggle with balance or you struggle specifically with this pose, I would encourage you to give it a try still, but perhaps use a wall or a chair, something to stabilize your balance. So we're going to do dancer's pose now. For dancer's pose, we're gonna talk it out with a few levels. So go ahead and bring your feet close together. Take your left arm up in front of you. If you like, you can touch your ring finger and thumb together for mudra. Yeah, sometimes that helps stabilize our balance, give ourselves something to focus on. Now we're going to bend our right knee and we're going to hold on to that right foot. So this is version 1, all right? And if you can't hold on to that foot, you can always work towards it with the yoga strap. I can show you, I've shown you in some of the other videos how to do that. So from here, version 2, you're going to press your foot towards your hand and tip forward, okay? And this is where if you want to modify, you can hold on to a wall or chair. All right, let it go, let it go. Let's try side 2. So go ahead, lift your right hand up. Grab your left foot in your left hand and keep it up high or gently start to press. Good. Let it go, let it go. And slowly, slowly fold the body forward. Release any tension you might be experiencing in your low back. Go ahead and sit down. If you'd like, you can grab a little sip of water. We're going to extend our legs a little wide now. Maybe about the width of your mat or a little bit wider. You can go sideways on your mat or not. Flex those feet. And I just want you to slowly reach forward. So we're going to shift gears now to slowing things down. I know I mentioned yoga blocks, but if you do have them and your calves and hamstrings are tight, you can always rest your forehead on a turned up block. So just give that some thought. If you want to make this a little more challenging, grab your 2 peace fingers and thumb, hook them around each toe, big toe, and gently pull forward. We're going to take 3 slow, deep breaths. So find the most comfortable version of this exercise for you, for this asana. Inhale in, exhale it out. Exhale out any tension or stress as you slowly start to come up. Good. All right, from here, we're going to make our way onto our backs. We're going to try out goddess pose here, which is one where, as I mentioned at the beginning of our practice, the legs will come open into our bound angle, but we will be lying on the back. If you would like, sometimes people find it a little more comfortable to rest their head on a cushion or make a little roll with a towel for their back. So no, that is an option as well if you'd like to give it a try. So we're going to go ahead and come onto our backs. You can adjust however you want to. And we're going to start with our knees bent, feet on the mat. So for a lot of folks, this is an accessible and comfortable way to relax down on the mat. So please come back to this if some of the other variations are less comfortable for you. So from here, we'll inhale, exhale, try to bring the soles of the feet together and let your arms fall out to the sides, let the knees open. If your inner thighs are super tight, you can set a block under each knee on each side, or go back to bringing the knees up as I just suggested. We're going to hold this for about 3 deep breaths. Start to let things settle on your mat. If you'd like, you can even close the eyes for a few moments. Take a moment or two to return to your breath. Take one more breath in your goddess pose, and then after this, we're going to go into our final meditation in Shavasana. If goddess pose feels really great for you and you'd like to hold it for a few more breaths, you can just stay there. So I'm going to invite you at this time to come into relaxing on your back, gently closing the eyes, or finding whatever posture you'd like to finish your practice in. Don't need to look at the screen at this time, just focus on the breath. And once more, breathe in deeply. Notice the pause at the top of the breath and then the exhalation. Breathe in fresh energy. Breathe out tension and stress. Follow the breath cycle for a few more rounds. Perhaps returning to your intention, your mantra, your word or phrase at this time. Stay present with your breath. And just take 1 or 2 more deep breaths. Next time you breathe, I invite you in your own time and pace to start to add movement back to your body. Wiggle toes, wiggle fingers. Maybe stretch very slowly and gently in any way that feels good to you. And then I invite you to come up to a comfortable seat. When you're ready, take your time. Roll onto the side, maybe you can rest there. Treat yourself with kindness. No need to hurry. Once you get there, sit up nice and tall. Slowly open your eyes when you are ready. And then taking this sense of presence with us into the rest of our day, sealing in our practice with good energy and intentions, I invite you to take a big inhale. Bring your palms together at your heart, and we will conclude today's practice. I thank you for joining me and wish you a peaceful rest of your day. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing. Have a great day.